Good morning. Well, you guys are here to learn about the truth and about, why things the way they are, and, to learn the truth about certain things that you've only seen on the internet, and, you don't know about these things, but you want to learn. You want to learn about this stuff. Just like what I've showed you, what many people call the Roswell rock. Well, that rock was found by a white man, and they did studies on it. It was even on that rock was even on the History Channel, Ancient Aliens. It became pretty famous. Today, it became pretty famous, and it's known as the Roswell rock. Well, a lot of people don't know what it actually is, or why it's like that, and what the specific pattern on the rock is. They're only speculating. And then they're contradicting their speculations about the rock. Well, it doesn't belong to that white man. It belongs to me and my elders. There's a story behind that rock, a very ancient story. And if you want to pay attention and listen, you'll learn about what it is. So, here you are. Here we are. It's been many thousands of years. It's been a very long time. And I was just a little kid. You see, I was back in time many thousands of years ago, like many people know. And this is fact. This is proof. This is proven. And, it's nothing to speculate about, because these are the facts of things. Anyway, I was back in time, many thousands of years. I was taken off of a 50-mile hike in Mendocino County in California back in the early 80s with the other hikers that I was with. We were on a 50-mile hike together from a summer camp, a 50-mile hike, more than a one-day hike. We had heavy backpacks on. We were loaded with our gear, our clothes for overnight stays, and a lot of food and, cooking utensils and such. Well, we were on this 50-mile hike and we were abducted by extraterrestrials. And we were time traveling all through history, recorded and documented. Time travel, real time travel, not past life experience, not incarnation. Time travel. Let me just tell you the short version. The little girl hiker that we were with, that was with us, one of the hikers, the little blonde girl hiker, she was very sick. She got very sick. And we came across a couple of the elders. But see, these elders were different from all the other elders. These elders, they were wearing suits, but skin-tight suits, like a uniform. They were not white. They were not white people. They were brown, just like what you people call today Native Americans, Indians. They were brown. They had brown skin. They had the short hair that went like this, cut, and right here. From right here, just like the Hopi. Just like the Hopi people. Just like the men, the Hopi men, how they have their haircut, traditional haircut. But they were wearing like skin-tight flight suit uniforms. And, they were following us. And the little girl hiker, she was very, very sick. And none of us had any medicine. But my elders crafted something especially for me. Especially just for me. It was a little rock. They crafted that rock themselves. My two elders. There was a man and a woman. And, they crafted the rock. They handed me the rock because I was a very special child. You can tell by my arm. If you look at the picture of my arm, in the little video I posted, the intro to this video, you'll see that I have a different arm. My arm is very different. It's recorded on the petroglyph. That's thousands of years ago. That is me. That's me. Me holding my arms up. And you'll notice that in a little bit in the future, well, a lot in the future, because that was thousands of years ago, that my arm is very different. Well, that's because of the things that have happened to me in my life. But anyway, the little girl was sick. The elders crafted us a stone, and they set me out with one of the men staff member hikers. I grabbed the stone, and we went into another dimension. We were standing right in front of a house in the future. If you understand what I've just said, I was back in time thousands of years ago. The elders crafted me the stone, a very special stone, just for me. And I held the stone in my hand, and I went into the future. And I was standing in front of a house alongside of the man staff member who was holding on to me. We were to get medicine. I walked into the house, not knowing whose house this was. So did the man staff member. The man staff member, he went into the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. Me, I was drinking water out of the kitchen faucet. I was guzzling it down like I was a camel, because there wasn't a lot of water where we were, and it was very hot, and, well, I was very thirsty. So I was guzzling that water down. Basically, he told me to put a cork in it. Let's go. Come on, let's go. And then I guess whoever was in the house, because it wasn't our house, he got all the medicine out of the medicine cabinet, and he brought it with us into the ancient past, because we came from the ancient past, and we returned. And after we returned, using the rock that was in my hand, that belongs to me, that was crafted by my elders, we went back in time. I had a hole in my pocket. I lost it. And, well, we gave medicine to the little blonde girl, the little blonde-haired girl hiker. She was always covering up her eyes in the daytime. She did not want to see. She was always having her eyes closed unless we were walking or she was being carried. So, the Roswell stone that you call the Roswell stone actually belongs to me. And it won't work for anybody else on earth. It was made special just for me. And the elders who made it come from another world. They look just like the Native American people, only except they come from another world. And they were from the future. I was from the future, but I was back in the ancient past because of time travel, and I had to visit the future just for a brief couple of moments to do what we had to do, get medicine for the little blonde girl, and come back and give it to her. It's as simple as that. And I lost my stone out of my pocket. It had a hole in it. I had a hole in my pocket, So, that's that. To me, it's no mystery. The stone, if anything, belongs to my elders, and I would like to give it them back. I would like to give the stone back to my elders, because we did come right back before them. We did come right back before them, and they asked about the stone. I didn't have it. I dropped it along the way. So, we had to walk for at least, I don't know, when we came back to this time period, we had to walk for at least a couple of miles to find the other hikers, because we actually walked back in time to the future. Back in time, we walked to the future because we had the stone. Well, the stone doesn't necessarily give you exact GPS coordinates, you could say. We had to walk a great deal. So, and then the elders asked where the stone was, and I said, I don't know, because I had a hole in my pocket and I lost it. So, that's that. But the little girl got her medicine. The little blonde-haired girl got her medicine, and everything was okay. But then again, we were still back in time, walking. Only difference was, the little girl had her medicine, and I had a fresh belly full of cold water from the future. That's the only difference. But we made a difference. My elders made a difference for the little blonde-haired girl, the little hiker. It gave her medicines, because we didn't have no medicines. We were out in the middle of nowhere, basically. And, well, she got her medicines. I got a belly full of water, and we kept on walking. You know, that's just the way it was, and what happened. So now you all know. Now, if that rock was given back to me and put in my hand, well, you might see something happen right in front of you. I might disappear. I might be transported. I don't know. It all depends on if the rock is all cracked up, you know what I mean? If it's all scratched and scarred and broken in pieces, you know? Because when it was handed to me, made by my elders, it was perfect. It didn't have any cracks in it. It wasn't all chipped up or broken. It was brand new. And when I dropped it out of my pocket, it was still brand new. So, but, you know, time travel, multi-dimensionally traveling through time is a very funny, different kind of thing to experience. You just had to have been there, but none of you were, so, you know. But at least we got the medicine, though, you know. I got water to drink. I was going to look in the refrigerator really quick, but the staff member, he said, "Come on, let's go." And we jumped out of the house. The house had a screen door. It had one of those old-timey, you know what I'm talking about? One of those old-timey screen doors, the front screen door to the porch. It, you know, when it opens up, you know, and it's kind of like a spring little slam, you know, the dry wood, you know, hitting the door frame. It's kind of like that. I didn't know where we were, but I'm glad that they had a medicine cabinet full of medicines, and that's what the staff member was on a mission to grab. It was a lot of medicines, and I was on a mission to grab water. Filled up my belly. It was good for a lot of more miles to go on the hike, you know. Well, just being a kid, you know. But if that rock was placed in my hand, something might happen in front of everybody. But I'd be afraid to kind of use it if it was going to be all cracked up and damaged and everything like that. Not in its pristine, you know, condition that it was in originally thousands of years ago. Because to me, in all of this, to me, this happened this happened 40 years ago. 40 years ago. So, and this is coming up on the 40th birthday of my great hike. 40 years ago. I was just a little kid. And I was going places like, man. You know. So, well, that was that. That was a 50-mile hike. That was the real reason and full description about the Roswell Stone that you call the Roswell Stone is actually Kenneth's Pass. It belongs to me because it was made by me. Special just for me. It won't work for anybody else on the planet. I have a very special arm. If you notice on the petroglyph, I'm holding my arms up. And in the other picture where I'm wearing my little orange beanie in my jacket, look at my arm. It won't work for anybody else. I guarantee you that. Well, talk to you guys later.